Shabbat Shalom. And no, go that way. Go that way, camera. All right. Shabbat Shalom. Last week we left off right at Exodus 25. I'm going to pick up there. We are right in the middle of the laws of the Father. And they are good laws. They are easy laws. A lot of churches will make it out to be a lot harder than what it is. And because of that, they will turn a lot of people away from reading it, studying it, and obeying it. And that is just not good. Not good. That's my opinion. And I will just leave it there. We will not go into my opinion too much in this because it's just self-explanatory. There's no need for opinions and commentary. It's very self-explanatory. It's very literal. Read it for yourself. Read the book. Do what it says. That's the basic gist of it. So, all right. Exodus 25. I currently have no coffee. So, oh, look, water. That'll work. Let's start with water. I've already had coffee today. It is the morning of the Shabbat. I was going to record this yesterday, but I wasn't feeling too well. So, okay. Anyway, Exodus 25. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, that they take up a contribution for me. From everyone whose heart moves him, you shall take up my contribution. And this is the contribution you will take up from them: gold and silver and bronze, and blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine linen and goat's hair, and ram's skin dyed red, and fine leather and acacia wood. Oil for light, spices for the anointing oil, and the sweet incense. Shoham stones, and stones to be set in the shoulder garments and the breastplate. And they shall make me a set-apart place, and I shall dwell in their midst, according to all that I show you. The pattern of the dwelling place and the pattern of its furnishings make it exactly so. And they shall make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, and 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. And you shall overlay it with clean gold, inside and outside. You shall overlay it. And you shall make it a molding of gold around it. Make on it a molding of gold around it. And you shall cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in its 4 corners, 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other side. And you shall make poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, and shall put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark, and lift up the ark by them. The poles are in the rings of the ark. They are not taken from it. And into the ark you shall put the witness which I give you. And you shall make a lid of anointment of clean gold, 2.5 cubits long, and 1.5 cubits wide. And you shall make 2 cherubim of gold. Make them of beaten work, and the 2 ends of the lid of anointment. Sorry, it's atonement. Lid of atonement. I don't know why I'm not reading right today. Now I lost my place. All right, verse 19. And make 1 curb, at one end, and the other curb at the other end, and make the cherubim from the lid of atonement at its 2 ends. And the cherubim shall be spreading out their wings above, covering the lid of atonement with their wings, and their faces toward each other, and the faces of the cherubim turned toward the lid of atonement. And you shall put the lid of atonement on top of the ark, and put into the ark the witness which I give you. And I shall meet with you there. And from above the lid of atonement, from between the 2 cherubim which are on the ark of the witness, I shall speak to you all which I command you concerning the children of Israel. And you shall make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. And you shall overlay it with clean gold, and make a molding of gold all around it. And shall make for it a rim of a handbreadth. I have no idea what that is. All around it, and shall make gold molding for the rim all around. Do you think they're putting it all around? And you shall make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings on the 4 corners that are on it, that are at its 4 legs. The rings are close to the rim, as holders for the poles to lift the table. And you shall make the poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold. And the table shall be lifted with them. And you shall make its dishes, and its ladles, and its jars, and its bowls, for pouring. Make them of clean gold. And you shall put the snowbird, yeah, I guess, on the table for me, continually. And you shall make a lampstand of clean gold. The lampstand is made of beaten work, and its base, its shaft, its cups, its ornamental knobs, its blossoms are from it. And 6 branches shall come out of its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand out of one side, and 3 branches of the lampstand out of the other side. 3 cups made like almond flowers on the branch, with ornamental knob and blossoms, and 3 cups made like almond flowers on the other branch, with ornamental knob and blossoms. So for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand, and the lampstand itself, are 4 cups made like almond flowers, with ornamental knob and blossom. And a knob under the first 2 branches, of the same knob under the second 2 branches, and of the same knob under the third 2 branches, and the same according to the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their knobs and their branches are the same, all of it one beaten work of clean gold. And you shall make 7 lamps for it, and they shall mount its lamps so that they give light from it. And its snuffers, and their trays are of clean gold. And it's made of talent of clean gold, with all of these utensils. So see, do according to the pattern which was shown you on the mountain. That was 25. Yeah, I'm not a fan of reading the instructions on the building of the things, just because currently we have no need for it. Now, it is said that we will have a need for it. Nobody knows when, but it could be very helpful to have this knowledge. But this, to me, is like a how-to book, a do-it-yourself, DIY, building things for dummies type of section of the book. And to me, it's one of those things that you put on the shelf and you don't pull it back off unless you intend to use it. But still, we are going from the beginning to the end of the book here, so we're going to continue on. And this is only going to get worse when they go to make the tabernacle, because that is a lot of very repetitive stuff. But we're going to get through it anyway. I'll just see how far I get in this today. Wish me luck. I'm already losing words, and yeah, let's hydrate. All right, 26. Here we go. And make the dwelling place with 10 curtains of fine woven linen in blue and purple and scarlet material. Make them with cherubim, the work of a skilled workman. The length of each curtain is 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain is 4 cubits. And the curtains having one measure. 5 curtains are joined to each other, and 5 curtains are joined to each other. Okay. And you shall make loops of blue on the edge of each curtain on one set, and do the same on the edge of the curtain on the second set. Make 50 loops in one curtain, and make 50 loops on the edge and of the end curtain of the second set, the loops being opposite each other. And you shall make 50 hooks of gold, and shall join the curtains together with hooks, and the dwelling place shall be one. And you shall make curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the dwelling place. Make 11 curtains. The length of each curtain is 30 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits, and the measure to 11 curtains. One measure to the 11 curtains. And you shall join 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and you shall double over the 6 curtains at the front of the tent. And you shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that its outermost in one set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain of the second set. And you shall make 50 bronze hooks, and put the hooks into the loops, and join the tent together, and it shall be one. And the overlapping part of the rest of the curtains of the tent, and half curtains that remain, shall hang over the back of the dwelling place, and a cubit on one side and a cubit on the other side of what remains of the length of the curtains of the tent is to hang over the sides of the dwelling place, on this side and on that side, to cover it. And you shall make a covering of ram skin dyed red for the tent, and a covering of fine leather above that. And the dwelling place you shall make the boards of acacia wood, standing up. 10 cubits is the length of a board, and a cubit and a half wide of each board. 2 tenons in each board, for binding one to another. Do the same for all the boards of the dwelling place. And you shall make the boards for the dwelling place, 20 boards for the south side. And make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under each of the boards for its 2 tenons. And for the second side of the dwelling place, the north side, 20 boards, and there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under each of the boards. And for the extreme part of the dwelling place, westward, make 6 boards, and 2 boards for the 2 back corners of the dwelling place. And they shall be doubled beneath the similar, they are complete on top to the one ring, so it is for both of them, they are for the 2 corners. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under the other board. And you shall make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the dwelling place, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the dwelling place, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the dwelling place for the extreme parts westward, with the middle bar in the midst of the boards, going through from end to end, and overlay the boards with gold. Make their rings of gold as holders for the bars, and overlay the bars with gold. And you shall raise up the dwelling place according to its pattern which you were shown on the mountain. And you shall make a veil of blue, purple, scarlet material, and fine woven linen, the work of a skilled workman, made with cherubim. And you shall put it on the 4 columns of acacia wood, overlaid with gold, their hooks of gold upon 4 sockets of silver. And you shall hang the veil from the hooks, and shall bring the ark of the witness there behind the veil, and the veil shall make a separation for you between the set apart and the most set apart place. And you shall put the lid of atonement upon the ark of the witness in the most set apart place. And you shall set the table outside the veil, and the lampstand opposite of the table on the side of the dwelling place toward the south, and put the table on the north side. And you shall make a covering for the door of the tent of blue, purple, and scarlet material, and fine woven linen made by a weaver. And you shall make the 4 covering 5 columns, and make for the covering 5 columns of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, their hooks of gold, and you shall cast 5 sockets of bronze for them. And that was 26. Y'all got that, right? You can go build that now? Because I don't know about you, but I'm using a Dremel, a DeWalt drill, a couple table saws, some circular saws. I'm going to get a sewing machine out. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and burn through 27 just because this is fun. Alright, 27. Maybe I need water first. I need more water. I'm going to make a video showing how I make coffee in this vehicle. I've made a video like that before. It's not hard. But anyway, onward. And you shall make a slaughter place of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The slaughtering place is square, and its height 3 cubits. And you shall make its horns on its 4 corners, and the horns are the same, and you shall overlay it with bronze. And you shall make its pots to receive its ashes, and its shovels, and its basins, and its forks, and its fire holders. Make all its utensils of bronze. And you shall make a grating for it, a bronze network, and shall make on the network 4 bronze rings, and at its 4 corners, and shall put it under the rim of the slaughter place beneath, so that the network is halfway up the slaughter place. And you shall make poles for the slaughter place, poles of acacia wood, and shall overlay them with bronze. And the poles shall be put in the rings. And the poles shall be put on 2 sides of the slaughtering place, or the slaughter place, for lifting it. Make it hollow with boards, as it was shown to you on the mountain, so they are to make it. And you shall make the courtyard of the dwelling place for the south side screens for the courtyard, made of fine woven linen, 100 cubits long for one side, and its 20 columns, and their 20 sockets of bronze, the hooks of the columns, and their bands of silver. And so for the north side in length screens, 100 cubit long, and its 20 columns, and their 20 sockets of bronze, and the hooks of the columns, and their bands of silver. And the width of the courtyard on the west side screens of 50 cubits, and their 10 columns, and their 10 columns, and their 10 sockets. And the width of the courtyard on the east side 50 cubits. And the screens on one side of the gate 15 cubits, and their 3 columns, and their 3 sockets. And on the other side screens of 15 cubits, with their 3 columns, and their 3 sockets. And for the gate of the courtyard a covering 20 cubits long of blue, purple, scarlet material, and fine woven linen made by a weaver, 4 columns and 4 sockets. All of the columns of the courtyard have bands of silver, their hooks silver, and their sockets bronze. The length of the courtyard is 100 cubits, and the width 50 by 50, and the height 5 cubits, woven of fine linen thread, and its sockets of bronze. All the utensils of the dwelling place for all its service, all its pegs, and all the pegs of the courtyard are bronze. And you are to command the children of Israel to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for the light, to cause the lamp to burn continually. In the tent of appointment outside the veil, which is before the witness, Aaron and his sons are to tend from it, evening until morning, before Yahweh, a law forever to their generations from the children of Israel. And I'm going to go ahead and stop there, because this is becoming tedious. This is a tedious read to me. I'm not one of those do-it-yourself kind of readers. I don't like those books. I tend to just go and figure it out and get it done from there. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't read instructions. I'm not good at reading instructions, obviously. But this is the instruction manual for life, so I'm going to get through it, even if I don't like reading instructions. It is going to be a beautiful day here today. Sunny and 73 degrees is what the weather is calling for. Not too much of a breeze, so it is going to be very, very beautiful. And I'm going to spend some time out by a tree somewhere. So I hope everyone has a blessed day. Please have a very blessed week. Do things. Just do things. Prepare for things. That's what we do. Prepare. This is preparation. Knowing this, putting it on your head, in your head, on your heart, so that even if you set this book down, these words are imprinted within you. That is the goal. That is my goal, at least, and I will continue to do so. And yeah, I hope, like I said, you have a very blessed week. Shabbat Shalom. See you next time.